Welcome to another episode of Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, here at the News Forum, where all voices matter. Our guest today is our regular contributor, Thomas Caldwell. He is the founder of Caldwell Securities Limited in Toronto. Always a great guest. Tom, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Tony. Good to see you.
I guess this would be a good time to take a look back on 2025 and then later in the program, look ahead to 2026. So, as we close out 2025, what are your thoughts about the year and the economy in Canada?
Well, it's been a really interesting year. I keep thinking of that Frank Sinatra song. It was a very good year. The equity markets, and that's really where I live.
Right.
It's been a good year, both from the resources, financial services in Canada, in the United States, of course, the Magnificent Seven, financials as well down there. So market-wise, returns are well into the double-digit category. So we all think we're smart again, which is always a dangerous position for investment people to be in. So it has been a good year. We've seen some reduction in interest rates. Um, I think we need more in Canada, but interest rates per se really aren't helping. It's like pushing on a string. The interest rates don't matter if people do not have the confidence to borrow money
Mm.
and to build or expand. So that's one of the challenges we have are the numbers in Canada. Let me separate the two. The numbers in Canada look positive, but they really don't indicate what's going on in fact in the real economy. The people are having a tough time. Inflation is biting in significantly, and there is a slowdown. I don't know where the numbers come of 60,000 jobs created month after month. I find
Well,
that
a
to
lot
be
of those
quite
are
concerning.
public sector jobs, Tom.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I don't believe that. And similarly, when they tell me inflation is at 2.2%, I don't believe that either. I mean, one of the unfortunate things in my life now, my wife has not been well, so occasionally I go do shopping, and
Hmm.
and I can handle my grocery. And there's only two of us, so I'm not talking great grocery bills.
Right.
But I do. How do families survive? Because I go there to buy odds and ends, and I'm at $150. So the reality is not indicated by the numbers. And there's lots of rhetoric. The rhetoric, as you know, has been surrounding all these big projects that have been on the books for 20 and 30 years. And I think the government's motto should be, at least we're going to really do it this time, as opposed to talk. So we haven't seen substantive stuff here and the underlying economy. But
Right.
that notwithstanding, world commodity prices, particularly gold, have done really well. Oil's easing off a bit now, but at least we're making noises about more realistic energy policies in Canada. So on balance, it's a mixed bag. Um, the interesting thing going into 2026, and again, I'm giving Mr. Carney the benefit of the doubt for the time being. There's
Sure.
lots of rhetoric, lots of promise. Underlying it, we still see the brakes on decision making that everybody has an input. I don't think it works that way. We need a vision and we need a plan and we need to be able to execute. I'd like to see that. But if we get it halfway right, if we get it halfway right in Canada, Canada can be a very, very great place to invest. But we have to show confidence in ourselves before international people will show confidence. It's interesting, Mr. Carney is running around the world trying to sell part of our resources to everybody, which is that's fine. But they're going to look and say, well, if your Canadian pensions don't invest in you, why should we?
Well, they
So
say that. Yes, they do say that.
yeah, so I guess the potential is immense if we just get it halfway right. The good thing Mr. Carney has going for him is he's not Trudeau the second, and that's the real thing he's got. He's got to be better in
Mhm.
some way. So that's part of the optimism looking forward in Canada. The United
Yeah.
States is a little bit of a different topic, but we might take a little bit more time there.
I would like to do that. We've got a minute before this segment is over. One of the topics you didn't touch on was Canadian productivity. There's still work to be done there, right?
Absolutely. As I mentioned with interest rates, if people aren't borrowing to invest to build plants, how can you create productivity or improve productivity? How can you can't get it up? Productivity is dependent upon investing, and that's dependent on capital markets and their efficient functioning. And we don't have that.
No. So that's on the to-do list for policymakers as well. If I may say so, we've got about 20 seconds left, but business leaders have to take this seriously too, right?
Absolutely. And I said earlier today, our business leaders have got to show more confidence in themselves.
Right, right. I think that's a really key point because it's not just up to Mark Carney or Premier Ford. Business has to take the reins as well. Tom, we're going to take a little break. We'll be back with you after these messages.